always like to make sure you can see Ziggy, my spider plant. He's a good boy. I love him, and look at how massive he is. Makes me so happy. Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Skye, and today we are doing a project pan update. This year I am doing a project pan with my friend Drea KC on Instagram. Please go give her a follow if you haven't already. And this is the 6 for Science project pan. If you haven't seen my first video, I will link it down below. That video was really fun because we actually got to pick out the shadows that we were going to be panning for the year. But basically the rules for this project pan is you pick out 6 of your favorite single shadows and basically create your perfect 6 pan palette, and then see throughout the year how much you get use out of it and track your progress. It's kind of a way to just not buy as many eyeshadows and just to get some use out of your favorite shadows essentially. Now I know it's called 6 for Science, however my 6 pan is actually an 8 pan. I'm not good at making decisions. Look, I make too many decisions in my life enough already at both of my jobs and, you know, everything else. I'm allowed, okay? And yeah, this is the first update that I'm doing. I wanted to do these every 4 months, so I am a little bit late, but there's a lot of progress to talk about right here. So I have hit 3 pans in my 8 for Science project pan. When I introduced these shades, none of them had any pans in them. Some of them had quite big dips in them, but I was like, you know what, we're gonna just keep going at it, see how long I can use these for. And I know that in the 6-month mark you are allowed to take things out, swap them out, and do a little refresh if you need to. But so far we have hit 3 pans. We have hit pan in Ice Blink right here. We've hit pan in Half Moon by Terra, this beautiful light blue. And the first pan that I actually hit was Glazed by Cleona, one of my favorite shadows of all time. While I'm here, I'll just run through the shade names of everything else. So we have Ice Blink by Shine by SD, Verdigris from Shine by SD and Seeking Shifts. These are both from that collab. Coalescence from Terra, Radiation from Terra, Half Moon from Terra. We can have I think we can tell which brand has my favourite single shadows. We have Lineage from Cleona, X09 from Brownie, and Glazed from Cleona. And I actually thought something that would be really nice is to just talk about how I've been using these and my thoughts and feelings. And I did take a lot of pictures of the different looks that I did. Some of them were just really simple, everyday looks. A lot of the time I would just put one of these shadows all over my lid with maybe a crease color and put Ice Blink on the inner corner and then call it a day. And a lot of those I didn't take pictures of because I was I can't be bothered, and usually I was in a rush, so yeah. I'm gonna put pictures on the screen right here of some of the looks that I did. So I did a lot of smoky looks to pan Glazed. I'm pretty sure the look right here is one that I've recreated a couple of times. It's got that beautiful pink, purple, shine of Glazed. I have Ice Blink on the inner corner, and I believe the mattes that I'm using, I'm pretty sure I was using the Sugar and Spice from Glaminatrix for the mattes for this look, and I absolutely loved that. I loved pairing Sugar and Spice with Glazed specifically. I just thought it was a really good combo. This beautiful all blue icy look, I used to do these kind of looks all the time back when I had pink hair, and I don't really do them that much nowadays, but this was really gorgeous. I used Half Moon and Lineage. I haven't used Lineage that much. It's the shadow that's least used, but we'll talk about that further after we do the wrap up of some of the looks. This look right here, I haven't actually posted to Instagram yet, mainly because I have a reel that I need to edit, and this look is from January, and I still haven't posted it. But I'm using Ice Blink on the inner corner. Ice Blink was probably my most used shade. This look right here, the boy in the heron, also known as the boy in the Mordecai, because the heron looks like Mordecai from the regular show. I used Half Moon here specifically. This look right here, I absolutely loved. And actually, I did kind of a similar look today. Just a bit more warmer toned. This one I used the Blend Bunny All Done Up palette for the mattes, and I used Verdigris from Shine by SD. And I think the inner corner is a different shade. I think I only used Verdigris in this look. This look we used a bunch. We used Radiation, Coalescence, Half Moon, and Glazed. I love doing rainbow looks like this because you get to use so many shadows. I always lay down mattes all first and then I go in with my shimmers on top to make them really pop. And this was such a moment. I absolutely love this look. It's one of my favorites. This was another way that I used Lineage, and I paired it with Sugar and Spice. Sugar and Spice is just one of my favorite palettes of all time, I feel like. But I love the cool toned, like, brown, like brownie color with the, like, light blue of Lineage. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's, Ice Blink on the inner corner. This look right here, we're using Coalescence on the inner corner. This look was a look using Glazed, and I love layering Glazed on top of mattes. I mean, today I'm using, like, 2 of the singles, actually 3, but 2 of the singles I'm wearing today are layered on top of, like, a matte base, and I just find that it creates such a beautiful, like, sparkly fairy look with still, like, the base color underneath it. I really recommend doing that technique, especially if you just want, like, effortless sparkle. And actually, this look was a 2-toned look, so one eye had Glazed as, like, the kind of swoop on the inner portion, and then this one had Radiation as the swoop. I haven't used Radiation that much either. This one we have Half Moon on the inner corner. This look right here I had Glazed on the inner corner. It was just a really good inner corner shade. This one was Half Moon. I think there's just one more look that I have to show you, is this one that I did the other day. This one uses Coalescence, Radiation, and I think the inner corner is not in the project pan. And of course we can't forget the look that I'm wearing on my eyes today. So I actually put one of the shades from my Sugarpill Fun Size palette. I used the shade Grind all over my lid and, like, lower lash. And then I layered Verdigris on, like, the inner portion and then Coalescence on the outer. And then I have Ice Blink as the inner corner. And I just think it looks really lovely. And of course I had to do Rhinestones because I thought it was a little bit plain without it, but it's so shifty and stunning. These are, like, some of my favourite looks to do because it's just, it feels like you're just finger painting. I love using my fingers with my single shadows. And actually, all of those looks, I don't think any of them featured this shade, X09 from Brownie. I absolutely love this shade. It is such a stunning, like, cool-toned beige neutral. It doesn't swatch the best because it has, like, a thinner formula, but it is so shiny and gorgeous. This is the shadow I have used the most off-camera because anytime I would do a neutral look where I would literally just be using browns, like something really simple, I would whack this all over the lid, and I love it. This is one of my favourite neutrally sparkly shades. Glaze has the biggest dip in it, so I wasn't surprised that I hit pan in that first, and Ice Blink. I was actually quite surprised with Half Moon, because as much as I love Half Moon, like, it is one of my favourite blues. I just don't tend to wear blue that often, but this is just such a gorgeous, pale, like, sparkly, icy blue. The shadow that I've actually used the least is Lineage. Now, Lineage is a funny one because it is a Vibrant from Cleona. I don't know if they've changed the formula of this. They might have. They've changed some of the formulas of different shadows, but I don't think they changed the formula of Lineage. Lineage is lovely. It's very, like, smooth. It's not sparkly. You can see the texture right there. It's just a light sea foam with, like, a mint and pink, like, shift in it. And I just find, as much as I think this is a very underrated shade, it's very unique in my collection. I don't really wear this, like, kind of shade that often. Like, more often than not I would layer Half Moon on top of it because I just wish this was a bit more sparkly. The other Vibrants from Cleona are just have a bit more texture to them. I just tend to prefer that. But I am really determined to continue using this. I think in the summer this is actually going to be really used from me because I feel like this is such, like, a fun, like, spring-summer sort of shadow. So I don't want to take it out of the rotation just yet. I really want to get to working on this one more. Verdigris, as you can still kind of see the star. Shine by SD shadows have, like, a star imprinted on them. I'll actually get a shadow from them. I'll actually get a shadow from them where you can actually really see the star. It's also from the Seeking Shifts collab. This is Naka. You can see the star a lot more clearly there. I find that this shadow is a lot more silkier than the other shadows. Like, when I put my finger in it, it just kind of glides, and it is that, like, it reminds me a bit of Lineage, to be honest, with a little bit more shine. I feel like this has more sparkle to it, and it's a bit more, like strongly shifty. You probably can't really tell like on camera, but like it has a little bit more texture to it. But I do really like these like muted multi-chrome sort of tones. I just think they look very different and very unique, because I mean a lot of multi-chromes we know and love, like they are quite common nowadays. Like for an example, the Cosmos from Terra, it is absolutely gorgeous. But so many brands have been doing it nowadays, which isn't a bad thing, but like, I get more excited about like tones like these because they're just more unique to me, you know? Radiation right here, you can see the dippage. It's not gotten as much use as I thought it would be. This is one of those shadows that I think about a lot, but I don't use. I don't know if any of you are like that with some shadows. Like, you look at it and you think about the shadow and you're like, that is one of the best shadows I own. I'm just swatching all of the shadows in this video, aren't I? Oh well. I just find it easier to talk about things when I can actually see it, you know? I'm a very visual learner and talker, but that's Radiation right there. It is one of the most beautiful, like straight up green, like vibrant shadows I own. It's like a beautiful warm green. And I think about this shadow all the fucking time, and you know me, I love green eyeshadow. We can tell. I'm a big green eyeshadow person, but I just don't reach for this as much as I would want to. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. It's not that I dislike it, it's just that I reach for other things before this one, but I think about this one all the time. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like my brain automatically, anytime I do a look, it goes to Coalescence before Radiation, but I like to use these two shades together. So yeah, I'm not too sure. I think the next pan that I'm gonna be hitting is Coalescence. The dip in it is so, like, large. I feel like another shade I'm gonna be hitting pan on this year, like, definitely is gonna be X09. It's very, like, squished, but, like, there is a bit of a dip in it. I don't know if I'm gonna be seeing much progress on Verdigris and Lineage. I just feel like they're very smooth, like, silky shades, and they're not as I think textured shades you hit pan on a lot easier because they're a bit flakier, a bit loosely pressed. Those ones are very, like, smooth. So I don't think we're gonna be hitting pan on those, but I have really enjoyed using it. Radiation, I am very determined to get more active use out of, because I love it. I love it so, so much. It needs more from me. I think my main focus will be Lineage and Radiation. They're the ones I am, like, looking to hit pan on. I don't think Lineage will happen, but I really want to, like, give it a lot of love. I also would really love to see the pans expand of the shadows that I've already hit pan on. Like, I feel like Ice Blink is it's one of my most used shadows, and even though this formula is a little bit, I wouldn't even say firm, it's still like a textured shadow and soft in the pan, but like compared to my other like Terra Moon's Iridescence and my Divina Iridescent shadows, it is a little bit firmer pressed. Only a little bit. Hence why, even though I've used it a shit ton since I got it last year, like I got this like essentially on launch last year, and like I've only hit very tiny pan. I mean, you can see the cave that I've got going over there, but like normally it would be like flattened, but I use this as a face highlight all the time. It's such a good shadow. So yeah, that's how my project pan has been going so far this year. I have honestly absolutely loved this style of project pan. I think it's because it's shadows that I already really, really love, and anytime I do a Shop My Stash rotation, like, I always include this in it, and usually, like, this pairs with every single palette, like, so beautifully. I think maybe by the July/August update, it'll probably be, like, uploaded at the end of July, early August, knowing me. I think by then I would want to swap out a couple of shadows in here just so I can like refresh it and get more use out of different things. But I think before I do that, I do want to like expand the pans of the shadows we've already hit pan on. Like I want to get those looking even more used, and I feel like I'm just repeating myself now. So I am going to end the video there. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Do let me know, are you participating in this 6 for Science or 8 for Science project pan? I highly recommend doing it if you haven't already, or just doing a single shadow project in general. It's really fun. I find this a lot more fun than panning like doing official project pans for other things. If you'd like to see more makeup content from me, you can follow me on my Instagram, it's faerie.skye right here. I post all my looks there and I'm active on there every single day. And if you'd like to support me further, I do have my own small business, Rain Cloud Candles Co. We're a small queer-owned business based in the UK and we make handmade candles and wax melts. The link to shop will be down below along with our social media if you'd like to support us. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I'd love to have you here. And as always, stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!